Alright, Dr. Paul here. Time for another 55 points. Answer the questions before I give you the answers. You've got 10 seconds to answer each question. Add your score up as you go. See how you get on. Today's quiz is general knowledge. Football. 1 question, 1 point rather. Question number 1. Stamford Bridge is the home ground for which Premier League football club? This is in England. Stamford Bridge is the home ground of which Premier League football club? It's a very famous club. They're in London. It's Chelsea. Okay. 1 point for that one. Number 2 is American money. What have you got if you got a nickel and 2 dimes? Then how many cents have you got? There's 10 seconds. You've got 1 nickel and 2 dimes. 3 coins altogether. How much money have you got? The answer, coming up in a second. You've got to get your answer out before I give you the answer. It's 25 cents. Dime is 10 cents, so 2 dimes is 20 and a nickel is 5, so 25 cents altogether. 90s comedy. Complete the film title. 1991, Naked Gun 2.5, The Smell of Something. What was the smell? Naked Gun 2.5, The Smell of Fear. 3 points for fear. Number 4, bloody tourists. What's this guy doing? Which tourist activity is this person doing? He's in Ireland. There goes the time. Got to get your answer out before I tell you the answer. What is he doing? Tourists queue up to do this. Time's up. He's kissing the Blarney Stone at Blarney Castle, and it's up on the walls. Hard to get to, and it's supposed to make you speak fluently, like an Irish person. Number 5, take your turn. Who would perform an immelmann turn? Is that an aircraft pilot or a figure skater? There's 10 seconds. You see how these get more difficult as the points go up. Immelmann turn, aircraft pilot or figure skater. Out of time. Aircraft pilot. It's a turn and a stall at the same time, so you turn back sharply on yourself from a great height. Food. What kind of seeds is tahini paste made from? You get tahini. It can be used as a dip or a paste. But what is it made out of? What kind of seeds? That's 0 seconds. Time is up. Answer is sesame. 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 7 points for this one. About the Middle East. During which decade did Saddam Hussein become the president of Iraq? Now dead. But he wasn't dead back then. When he became the president, obviously. Which decade? You don't even have to name the year. Time's up. The correct answer is the 70s. From memory, I believe it's 1979, but check that before you quote me. This is also politics. A good turnout. What country's general election did this fellow win in 2019 when his party received 229 million votes? Right? There goes the time. Now that's a lot of people. That's a good turnout. So which country is this guy the Prime Minister of? He won the general election. 229 million votes for his party is India. It's Narendra Modi of the BJP in India. Number 9 for 9 questions. In which year was the first James Bond book published as written by Ian Fleming? You can get plus or minus 2 years on this. So if you're 2 years out, you get the points. There goes the time. 2, 1. When do you think the first book was? It was 1953. So if you said 51 to 55, then you got the points for that one. Tricky. About 10 years before the films, more or less. And the last question, Eurovision. And it's a 50-50 for 10 points. Which country did Celine Dion represent when she won the Eurovision Song Contest in 1988? Was that Luxembourg or Switzerland? Your time is counting down. You must get your answer in. And before the time switches to 0, Luxembourg or Switzerland, Celine Dion, she was singing Ne partez pas sans moi for Switzerland. Yes. And it was a great song, and she's a great winner. Celine Dion. But what about you? You a winner? What was your score? Tell us in the chat. Tell us in the comments what your score was. Share it with your friends. Challenge them to beat you. Subscribe to Dr. Paul. You find out about the quizzes. The quizzes are on all the time. Yeah, really good. YouTube. Fantastic. That's 55 points. I'm Dr. Paul. I'm your quiz master. For life. Ooh. Street funky. Urban. Criminal activity in the city. Police action.